We are gathered here today to join this man and this woman in holy matrimony. Here present, no.
He's mine!
Have you ever wondered why Mr. Bean never got married? Think about it. He had a girlfriend. He had chances. There were moments when it almost happened. So why didn't it? Was it bad luck? Was it because he didn't care? Or is there something much bigger behind it? Here's the strange part. Mr. Bean is one of the most famous characters in the world. Everyone knows his brown suit, his mini car, and of course, Teddy. But no one ever asks the real question. Why is he always alone? Why do all his relationships fail? This isn't just a small detail. It's a mystery that runs through the entire show. And when you start looking closely, the answer is not only shocking, it changes the way you see Mr. Bean forever. Because maybe, just maybe, he was never meant to fall in love at all. Across all the episodes, one thing is clear.
Ready for action.
Mr. Bean is not completely alone. He has Irma Gobb. You remember her, right? Brown hair, pink sweater, always patient with him. She isn't just a friend. She's clearly in love with him. She dreams of something bigger, a future, a wedding. And Mr. Bean, he seems to like her too, in his own strange way. He takes her to dinner, he buys her gifts, he even tries to impress her sometimes.
Nice.
It looks like they're on the path to marriage, at least that's what Irma thinks. But then, nothing. No proposal, no ring, just awkward silence and eventually heartbreak. She disappears from his life and Mr. Bean never talks about it again. Not once. Why? Was he scared? Was he selfish? Or was marriage never possible for him in the first place? Because when we go back and look at one very famous scene, the truth starts to reveal itself, and it's stranger than you think.
I am sorry, madam.
The scene happens in the Christmas episode. You've probably seen it 100 times. Mr. Bean walks into a jewelry shop with Irma. She's glowing. Her eyes sparkle because she knows what's coming. She's expecting a ring, a proposal, the moment every girl dreams of. Bean points to something in the display case. The shopkeeper nods. Irma's heart skips a beat. She looks at him with hope. Finally, Mr. Bean is going to make it official, but then, disaster. The shopkeeper hands Bean a tiny box. He opens it. Inside is not a ring, it's a hook for hanging a picture frame. Irma freezes. Her smile drops. You can almost feel her heart break through the screen. She stares at him like, is this a joke? But Bean is happy with his choice. To him, this gift makes sense. He doesn't even realize what just happened. That moment tells us everything. Irma wanted love. She wanted commitment. But Bean, he didn't understand. Or maybe he didn't care. Was he really that clueless? Or was this his way of running from something he could never handle? And if you think it was just a comedy gag, think again. Because when you look deeper, the pattern repeats over and over. Let's look at how Mr. Bean behaves, not just with Irma, but with everyone. He's different. He avoids hugs. He avoids close contact. Even when Irma tries to hold his hand, he pulls away. He acts like a child, not a grown man in love. This isn't just shyness. It's more than that. It feels like Mr. Bean doesn't know how to connect. Like he's missing something that most people have. He's happy being alone. He spends all his time with Teddy, a stuffed animal. That's his best friend, not a person, not Irma. And when you think about it, that says a lot. Teddy never argues. Teddy never expects anything. Teddy never asks for love back. Mr. Bean wants control. He wants life simple. Marriage? That would change everything. So maybe it's not that Mr. Bean didn't want to marry Irma. Maybe he couldn't, because deep down he's not built for it. And that opens a bigger question. Why is he like this? Here's where things get strange. Fans have a theory, a big one. What if Mr. Bean isn't like us at all? Think about how the show starts. He doesn't just walk into town. He falls from the sky in a beam of light. That's not normal. That's an alien entrance. And look at his habits. He doesn't understand social rules. He doesn't act like other people. He doesn't even talk like a human. It's almost like he's learning how to be one. So if Mr. Bean is an outsider, maybe marriage isn't even part of his world. Maybe he doesn't understand human love because he was never supposed to. And this isn't just about romance. It explains everything. Why he lives alone. Why Teddy is his closest friend. Why every relationship fails. It's not because he doesn't care. It's because he doesn't belong. But this isn't the only clue. If you think this sounds crazy,
Ready for action.
wait until you see what the creator said, because that might be the final proof. Even if we forget the alien theory for a moment, Mr. Bean's own choices tell the same story.
The name's Bean.
Look at how he lives. His apartment is small, messy, and built around his routines. Everything is his way. His chair, his meals, his car, his Teddy. He doesn't like sharing space. He doesn't like people interrupting his order. Remember the time someone sat in his favorite spot and he couldn't handle it? Or when he guarded Teddy like treasure? That isn't just comedy. That's who he is. Marriage means change. Marriage means compromise. It means giving up space, control, and freedom.
He's mine!
But Mr. Bean doesn't do compromise. He doesn't bend for anyone. So maybe the truth is simple. He never got married because he didn't want to change. He couldn't change.
Supposed to be me.
He chose his own strange little world over everything else. And yet, there's still one piece of evidence that takes this even further. Something most fans miss, but Rowan Atkinson himself, the man who created Mr. Bean, hinted at it years ago. Rowan Atkinson has said many things about Mr. Bean over the years, and if you listen closely, he leaves clues about who Bean really is. In one interview, he said something that changes everything. Mr. Bean is a child trapped in a grown man's body. That explains a lot, doesn't it? Children don't marry. They don't think about long-term commitment. They live in their own little world, focused on play and fun. That's exactly what Bean does. But Rowan didn't stop there. In another conversation, he admitted something fans still talk about. We always thought of Bean as someone who isn't quite from this planet. Not from this planet. That's not a joke. That's the creator hinting that Mr. Bean is an outsider. An alien, someone who doesn't play by our rules because they're not his rules. If that's true, then marriage was never on the table. Not for him. Not ever.
Oh my goodness.
So why did Mr. Bean never get married? Because he couldn't. Not in the way we understand it. Whether you believe the alien theory or the child in a grown body idea, the truth stays the same. Mr. Bean is different. He isn't wired for love, at least not the way Irma hoped for. He lives in his own world. A world where Teddy is his best friend, where rules don't apply, where falling from the sky is just another day. Marriage needs understanding. It needs connection. And Bean was never meant to have either. That's why the proposal never happened. That's why every romantic moment ended in disaster. He was never one of us. And maybe that's why we love him so much. If this theory surprised you, there's more where that came from. Mr. Bean is full of secrets most people never notice, and I want to uncover all of them for you. But I can't do it alone. If you love this kind of content, hit subscribe. Share this video with a friend who grew up watching Mr. Bean. And if you want to support deep dives like this, join my Patreon. Every little bit helps me keep making videos you love. Thank you for watching, and remember, never trust someone who falls from the sky.